Math lesson today is going to be looking at coins and finding a value of coins by using the fewest amount of coins possible. For example, if I wanted to show 10 cents, if I had two ways, what would the two ways be? Well, I could use 10 pennies or I could use a dime. Which one is the fewest number of coins that I would use? So if I had to pick the fewest coins, I would just use one dime. So honestly, I am going to just make a Google form with like 5 or 6 problems that you're just going to tell me the fewest amount of coins that you would use to get that value. We're going to look at our application problem on the board. Again, you will answer the application problem on a Google form, and then you'll have a few questions with using the fewest amount of coins on a Google form too. So let's look and see what we have for our application problem. Frank had $5.34 in his wallet. He spent $3.19. How much money does Frank have left? We're going to look at our question. We're talking again money, so therefore our label is going to be using the symbol. The symbol is the $sign, so we're going to use the $sign for our answer. My question, I underline, how much money does Frank have? We are talking money. Okay. Only thing I need to worry about is the amount of money. It doesn't matter who it is. So Frank had $5.34 in his wallet. He spent, keyword is spent, $3.19. How much money does Frank have left? I have to ask myself, guys, is my amount that Frank has, is it supposed to grow? Is he going to get more into that $5.34 that he originally had? Well, I know that if I spend money, okay, I get rid of it. So that tells me that I am not going to be adding, I'm going to be subtracting. So what you got to do is you got to take the amount of money that Frank started with and you got to subtract the amount of money he spent, and that should give you your difference or your value of money. Math is pretty easy today. Like I said, all it is looking at a value and finding the fewest number of coins possible. If I wanted to show 25 cents, I could show it with 2 dimes and 1 nickel, or I could show it using a quarter. The fewest coins that I would use would be a quarter, because that only takes 1 coin, and if I was going to show with 2 dimes and a nickel, that would take 3 coins. So I want to use the smaller amount of number of coins that I have to have. So again, you will be able to find your application problem on a Google form, and you'll have 5 problems for coins on Google Forms as well. As we finish up math today, let's look at what you have left to do. You have an application problem as well as a fewest coins questions. Both of these are going to be in a Google form. And then you're going to finish up with Zern. You're only going to do Zern for about 15 minutes, but I'm trying to switch it up from iReady and Zern. So you're going to go on Zern today. 3 things for math. We are at our activity and challenge part. Today, honestly, your activity and challenge is going to be PE. We're going to do some physical activity, physical education today. So I want you to do between 15 and 20 minutes of exercise. I don't care what your exercise looks like. If you're out for a walk, if you're running, you're playing basketball, if you're, I don't know what it is exactly that your activity and exercise is going to look like, but we're going to try to get in some PE today. So your activity and your challenge is 15 to 20 minutes of PE time. Today's special message comes to you from somebody that it feels like we haven't seen forever, although she is in our classroom, but with the spring break and things that she had going on in her classrooms and stuff, it just seemed like that she didn't get to come down to our room as much right before we went on a spring break. But I asked Miss Nolan if she would give us our message today, and she was so happy that I asked and said she'd be glad to deliver this message. So our special message time comes from Miss Nolan today.
Hey guys, it's Miss Nolan. I was just checking in to see how you guys are doing, and hopefully you're surviving all this craziness, and hopefully your e-learning's going pretty good. And Hopefully you're taking advantage of all this free time. I know I have been. I've been trying to work on my basketball skills and volleyball skills and been exercising and everything, but just wanted to say hi and check in. Bye.
Alright guys, we're at Kim Jansen's chapter 2. Let's see what happens. People turned to look at the man. 2 guards wearing bright green uniforms came running through the crowd. Kim wanted to remember everyone who was nearby when the man's shopping bag was taken. She looked toward the candy department, closed her eyes, and said, "Click." Then Kim turned around, closed her eyes, and said, "Click," again. "What happened? What was taken?" one of the guards asked the man. "Everything, just everything. I've been shopping for 2 hours. I bought 2 pairs of socks, blue and brown, a sweater, a flower pot, and a present for Morgan's 50th anniversary. I bought them a binky corn popper. Do you think that's a good present?" "I don't know," one of the guards answered. The other guard was writing on a notepad. "The Morgans like old movies. Whenever a good one is on TV, they stay up to watch it," the man said. "I thought they might want to eat popcorn while they watch it. The corn popper was right on top, and it's wrapped in golden paper with a big green bow." The guard stopped writing. He took a walkie-talkie off his belt and spoke into it. "Attention, all exit guards. Attention. Stop anyone carrying a box wrapped in gold with a green bow." "Now you all have to come with us and fill out a report," the guard told the man. "I'm not shopping for those things all over again," the man said as he followed the guard. Do you know how long the lines are? And I still need school supplies." Eric whispered to Cam, "I think he's lost that shopping bag." "No," said Cam. "With all the noise he made, someone would have found it." Cam watched as the man followed the guards. Then she looked for index cards. Eric was already looking for pens, pencils, and erasers. Eric was reaching for a pack of pencils when Cam tapped him on the shoulder. She pointed to a woman in the candy department and whispered, "She's been looking over here for a long time." "So?" "I remember her. She was here when the man's shopping bag was stolen." Eric took a pack of pencils from the display. Then he found the pens and erasers. "Put those things down," Cam told him. "That woman was holding a shopping bag, and I'll bet she has a corn popper in there." Eric put down the school supplies. He followed Cam past the notebook tower. They stopped at a display of candy canes and lollipops. "She was right," Cam said. Eric pointed. "There she is." The woman was looking at boxes of iced cookies and cakes. Cam and Eric watched her. Then the woman walked through the care for your hair department, and Cam and Eric followed her. Cam and Eric were careful not to get too close to the woman. There were always a few shoppers between them and her. They followed the woman to the baby department. The woman looked at bottles, baby spoons, and diaper sets. Then she stopped in front of a rack of very small dresses. She put the shopping bag down and took one of the dresses off the rack. She looked at the dress and put it back. Then the woman walked down the aisle to look at other baby clothes. "Let's go," Cam whispered. She left the shopping bag. "Now's our chance to look inside." And that ends chapter 2. We'll pick up on chapter 3 tomorrow. So let me ask you guys. The gentleman lost his shopping bag. Do you guys believe that it was the woman that Cam and Eric are following? Only time will tell. Maybe chapter 3 will reveal a few more clues. That today, guys, is Cam Jansen. April 15th, 2020, homework, guys. For reading, you have Raz Kids, you got The Giant's Tale, only one story. Then after you get done with that, you have iReady reading for 15 minutes. And then you have a book that you can read for 20 minutes. In writing today, you have a journal entry, daily journal entry, and then you have another poem based off of the small moments that you've had. In math, you have the application problem and fewest coin problems found on Google Forms. And you're going to finish up with 15 minutes is earned. And finally, your activity and challenge that you have today, your activity and challenge is just to get somewhere between 15 to 20 minutes of physical activity. Whatever that might look like for you, everybody's might vary, might be different. You might go for a hike, you might ride a bike, but that will be your homework for today. Hey guys, that brings us to the end You guys have been excellent at doing your e-learning, and you continue to be excellent at doing your e-learning. We have gotten through our reading, our writing, our math, and our activity and challenge today. We had special guests in the Hulk, and you had a special message from Miss Nolan. So, guys, keep up the good work. Keep doing a wonderful job, and keep your e-learning going. That's a wrap. See you later.